Captain's Log, August 15th, 2023. Wednesday? No, Tuesday. Tuesday. Yeah, technically it's the next day, but this is a review for yesterday. Anyways, oh man, yesterday started off pretty rough. I felt okay when I went to bed, even though I went to bed like crazy late because I knew I was going to be traveling yesterday. So, I mean, this happens to me every time. I'm horrible with time management. Um, Mostly just, well, I always underestimate how long it's going to take to do things, but also just, I'm always doing 5 million things. And when I start having my memory stuff act up, it gets a little crazy. Being on the road so much this summer, like, has been great. I don't regret it. And, like, I'm still on the road because I know that life's gonna slow down. Well, by slow down, I mean like I know I'm gonna be like really busy next year. I'm actually about to be really busy at the end of this month when classes start back and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna squeeze in every freaking thing that I can right now. And I think I mentioned this in the other one, but Carl and I are talking about trying to have a kid. So it's like, yep, got to knock everything out that I can, squeeze every freaking moment of travel or, projects that I want to work on and stuff or whatever, in case that happens. So we'll see. So don't get y'all's hopes up, but I think we're gonna give it a go. I mean, that's part of why I had the weight loss surgery. Try and get my body in shape, etc. So I can bless the world with more of my DNA. You're welcome. I will say, like, I'm still kind of on the fence about it. Like, I want to try, but there's a big part of me that's like, I want to try and, like, not get pregnant. But if I don't at least try, I don't want to live with regret. If I don't at least try, I'll always have regret. If I try and it doesn't happen, I'll feel okay. If I try and it does happen, I'm sure I'll be happy too. So we'll see. But anyways, yeah, so yesterday I didn't have a ton of sleep and the day before was like a freaking emotional roller coaster. And so like yesterday morning, I mean, I'll say like basically like I felt a little manic or a little loopy. I don't think I was, I don't know if you can be manic for like half a day or not. Like I think I was just out of it from being overwhelmed. But I mean, it doesn't really matter, whatever label like helps you, kind of categorize something in your mind. But I mean, I was definitely really freaking like kind of like silly and like overwhelmed and emotional yesterday morning. So I guess it was a good thing that I happened to be on a day that I was going to go see my psychologist. I mean, normally I prefer to talk to him about like other more interesting things instead of just like kind of like emotional dumping and stuff. But our talk actually went really good. I mean, I told him like that I was overwhelmed. Talked to him about why I'm overwhelmed, and of course he's like, you're probably manic or he's like, you're doing too much and stuff like that. He's like, you have a hard time sitting still and stuff like that. And yeah, I do sometimes. But see, here's the thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with me. I don't like. I really resent society trying to like force everybody to kind of be the same way. So like I feel like a force of nature. I go through periods of high productivity, which is what I'm in right now, and I go through periods of basically hibernation, where I'm just like nothing or whatever. And to me that mimics like the cycles of nature, and I like it and I'm okay with it. And I generally speaking, like when I'm in my periods of like high productivity, like I feel good, like I listen to my body. Now I will say, I do sometimes get so excited that like I do probably like stay awake a little too long. Oh, speaking of listening to my body, ow, what are you doing, head? Like you haven't done this to me in a while. Oh, just all of a sudden like have like a pain. Okay. Okay, well, that was weird. It's been a while since I had one of those experiences, just like feeling like something clenching the side of your head. Maybe it was testing me to see if I'm listening to it. I'm listening. I don't know what the fuck you're saying, but I'm listening. I feel like it's mad at me for something. Oh, you know what? I think it wants me to drink more water. Where's my water at? Anyway, so yeah, I talked to my psychologist about all the things kind of like on my mind and stuff, and basically got reprimanded. But then I stood up for myself, so I'm okay with it. But I love that he cares about me. It's really great. But we man, we had an incredible session. I mean, it wasn't all just about me being overwhelmed. Like, it started off with me talking about me being overwhelmed, and then we dove into, like, everything, I told him, basically, like, we talked a lot about spirituality and stuff like that, and, memory stuff, and one of the big things for me was I sobbed my eyes out yesterday. Guys, I've been realizing the last few weeks that my short-term memory issues are way worse than, I mean, I knew they were I've known they're bad. I think they're really, really bad. I'm basically Dory, and, because what I've realized is that the only way I've been able to, like, function like a normal, responsible adult the last, like, 7 plus years or whatever is that I'm OCD, and I've made myself become OCD about certain things in order to compensate for my memory issues. And so I take tons of photos, I f to have visual stuff, but also for the timestamps, so I know where I was at certain places and, like, when I was there, where I was, etcetera. And, I time block my whole day I time block, but I've been so busy, and I do a few other things too. I journal, used to write, now I'm doing the video journals. Honestly, like, the writing is better, but I haven't had time to do it, so I'm doing the video. Video would be more fun for me to go back and look at in the future, 'cause, you can get, you know, visuals and, pick up energy and stuff. But, I've been so busy traveling this summer, I have not been able to stay on top of my organizational systems for helping me keep up with where I was at in the last 24 hours and stuff like that. And so I've kind of like lost, like, I don't really have like a grasp on time. I don't have a grasp on what day it is. I don't know what time of day it is most of the time. I don't know where I've been in the last couple of weeks, sometimes days. A lot of times I struggle to remember what I did 3 hours ago. When I'm at home, I time block in my calendar like as the day goes because that's how bad my memory is. If I don't do it, then whatever I did 3 hours before, I don't remember doing. And when I travel, I take lots of pictures, which I have been doing. And then when I get done traveling, I sit down and I look at the timestamps. Like, I mean, my photo organization system is I organize everything by decade, year, month, day, and then break it down into segments. I have a very specific system and I do everything chronologically to help me figure out, like where I was at. And so that when I need to reference things, because I'm so good at visual note taking with my photos, if I search something in my Google Calendar, I can go quickly find it in my photos and pull it up. And actually, I think I should just do like a whole separate video on this. But anyways, I am really upset. I'm really upset about my memory, guys. Like, and I've kind of slacked on not anything crazy important, but like on a few things this summer. So I'm feeling a little guilty about that, but at the same time, I'm really trying to prioritize like my mental health right now. Like, I'm going through a lot personally, like in like every area of my life is like undergoing like transformation, which is great. And ultimately, like, this past year has been the best year of my life. I'm happier than I've ever been, but it's still challenging at times. And so, anyways, there's other interesting conversations and stuff, but I don't have time to recount all that. All I say is that I'm so thankful that in the last couple of years, there are a few people that have come into my life, like mentor figures and stuff, and guides, basically. And I'm so thankful for it. Like I did talk to, um, just one other thing I talked to my psychologist about is how, like, I feel like if you're familiar with the story of the last unicorn, I feel like the fat last freaking unicorn. I have always felt so alone, so freaking alone. I mean, just I feel like I'm still suppressing. I'm trying to actively work on not suppressing anymore, but I've suppressed so much of who I am, and I hold back so much because I don't think other people will understand. And I don't want to freak other people out. And then also, I don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable most of the time. I'm trying to force myself to stop worrying about other people, stop people pleasing. I please myself, guys. Myself wants to be as weird as fucking possible and not worry about anything and just like fucking exist in this world and be and feel and act the way I want in the moment. And I'm working on getting there. I'm making good progress this year. Anyways, afterwards, I went home and I did a little work. Finally checked my email. I don't think I made it through all of it, but having a lot of anxiety about checking my email. And packed for my trip. I actually felt sick. I think I had a little episode of dumping syndrome after getting home, and so I had to lay down. But I laid down and like listened to my favorite album for like half an hour, and that made me feel better. And then I packed up and I hit the road right around midnight last night. Drove from Madison, Alabama to Panama City Beach. I got down here around 5:30 this morning. It took me mostly down the back roads. I got to see some cool lightning. I made like a few like quick stops. I was proud of myself. Like I needed to pee so bad. I was on the back roads. I was like, F it. I'm just gonna pull over on the side of the road. So I pulled over on the side of the road, like peed beside my car a couple of times. Guys, I fucking love peeing outside, man. Like I love peeing outside. It's so freeing, I mean, it was dark, it was great. So which is, it's like good, your privacy, because that would be my thing. It's like, okay, like I don't want anybody to see me. I just need to go pee real quick, guys. It's just a basic human need I need to take care of. Like why, why is it so hard? Why do we feel so much pressure that like we've got to be in a certain place or whatever? But anyways, that was nice because both times I stopped on the side of the road, I was rewarded with a fantastic view of the night sky and so many stars. I saw so many constellations, so bright and so clear, and that was just absolutely gorgeous. So I felt like I was being rewarded for stepping outside of my comfort zone. And, that's why I'm constantly pushing myself outside of my comfort zone because I know if I do, I mean, I know every time I do, it always pays off. It's always uncomfortable, but at first, but once I do it, it's never as bad as I think it's going to be. And I'm always rewarded with, like some sort of magical thing or dopamine hit or something like that. So yeah, now it's like almost 3 in the afternoon. I'm in Panama City Beach. I'm at Blue Green's Bayside Resort. I've never been here before. Apparently it's a new Blue Green property, so I'm about to get dressed and go explore this property and then go find me a beach and chill the F out for the rest of the day and just wing it. So hope you guys are having a great day and yeah. Peace.